Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new episode of Energized, brought to you by Forged Irish Stout. Ross,
are you intoxicated or something?
Introduce the guest, man.
Today we are bringing you a CMAC special. We're bringing you undefeated pro and head coach Alexander O'Sullivan and one of the greatest amateur phenoms this country has ever seen in Keogh. Lads, how we doing?
Yeah, super, yeah. Happy to be on.
Yeah, lads, spot on.
Welcome to the show, lads. An absolute CMAC special, Ross.
Absolutely. Guys, obviously we can't kick off the show without mentioning Kaya's win at the weekend. Alex, as our brother, as our head coach, how proud of you were on that one?
I am super proud. You know, it's been about a year and a half now. It's been over a year and a half since she last fought, and you know, she wasn't sure whether she was going to fight again. She was just kind of floating a little bit, and you know, just kind of kept training, kept at it. You know, kept her foot in the door. Never really stopped training completely, and then over the last few months, really got stuck back into it, and took a fight, good camp, and then managed to win in a tough fight as well. It's kind of what she needed, you know, to show that she wants that, she has that drive, that she wants to do this as a sport. That's basically what she wanted to find out, and I think she kind of proved it to herself there last night, or 2 nights ago now, especially in that third round when she was melted and Ava was on top, and it was close. It was close at times to getting stopped. So she had to dig deep to push through and make sure she got the win in the end. So yeah, super proud, and a lot of stress now off my head. So I can just focus on my own fight now, nice and relaxed, just fighting on cage where it's chill compared to Kaya fighting at the weekend there. So yeah, very relaxed now.
Yeah, is that more stressful for you seeing your sister fight than having to prepare for your own one?
Pretty much, yeah, to be honest. You know, I know what, like, I'm in control of what happens when I fight out there. You know, to be honest, couldn't care what happens to me. You know, it's more about Kaya, you know, that I'd be stressing about, you know. So yeah, no, definitely it's a big weight off my shoulders now going in for the last 2 weeks of my fight camp now. Yeah.
You obviously don't care what happens to Keith either, do you, Alex?
No, you know, I hope he gets his head smashed in most of the time. So no stress there. No, it's actually just because he's actually really good. So like there'll be no stress. I know Keith will absolutely have no issues with Sam Lynch in a few weeks. Should be a great showing now as well, because it's been over a year since his last fight. So it's a big kind of milestone for us now, for Keith himself, and us just to have him back in the cage again and building on what he already did last year with the massive year he had last year. It's been slower this year, but it's gonna kick off now in October now, 3 weeks time, and we'll probably see him out a few more times before the year ends as well.
Yeah, Keith, tell us about that. Obviously, we just saw Kaya come off a long layoff and get back in there and get the win. After being there and witnessed that long layoff, are you dying to get back in there yourself?
Yeah, without a doubt. To be honest, even like just kind of even being at the fight show the other day, just kind of being around it all, and even with Ross last week, just kind of being in the back and stuff like that. Just can't wait to get back in. Like, I had a layoff before. I think the last time I think it was 2 years out of cage. And this time it's only a year, and then obviously I had the injury in between, so it wasn't like I was just kind of sitting around doing nothing. I've always been training as well, so to actually just kind of get back in now, and then it's just I'm buzzing for it as well. It's a bit different this time as well, because I think I'm coming towards the end of the amateur career, so I'm not like nervous for these fights or whatever. I'm like, obviously, like, I'm never really nervous that much as most people would be, but this time it's kind of just like, I don't really care what happens. I just want to go out. I want to perform. I want to show what I've been working on in the gym, and then I want to be looking to go pro and stuff like that. So it's really kind of interesting. It's exciting me more than nervous whatsoever. Like, I'm actually really excited to see what happens in this fight, and then hopefully the next few months there's going to be another few fights. Hopefully the IMAFs and stuff like that.
Yeah, for people tuning in now, you have to make sure to check out Alexander O'Sullivan in the RDS Cage Warriors Dublin on the 14th of October, and Keith Keogh the following Friday at APFC 8 on the 20th. It's going to be 2 quality nights. Both are going to be on UFC Fight Pass, and Keith's one will be on YouTube as well, and will be on UFC Fight Pass as well. But lads, before we actually get into the fights, can you tell us what the buzz is like at the moment in CMAC? Alex, you take it away, bud.
Yeah, I mean it's a really good vibe. We've got a lot of lads training hard now for camps. Obviously, I'm coming just to the end of mine now. We had a good few fights there in September. We're packed out with fights. So we've got obviously Keith and Jake Noy now fighting on APFC. That's going to be an animal card just to be on. Obviously, it's Anthony Pettis' first card outside of the US, so it's got some serious talent on it. It's got like big names from a few Irish gyms. You've got the likes of Owen Sheridan, El Sharif, and Matisse there on it from SPG, representing SPG. You've got Lewis Byrne from Rhino, Senan from Rhino, and I think Aaron Henry was added to the card only recently. So from Rhino, you've got them lads, and then you've got the 2 CMAC lads there. So it's a deadly Irish contingent going over to fight, and they're all fighting good guys. Like, to be fair, it's a really well matched card. There's big names on the English side of the card as well, like with the likes of Axford, he's on it as a pro, and a few other big English names as pros, and then all the Irish lads are up against top English amateurs as well, so or Welsh amateurs or whatever. So it's a deadly show, and the venue looks amazing as well. So I'm very excited for it personally, because obviously I've got my fight now next Saturday, and then I can just kind of take a step back then and focus on coaching Keith and Jake then the week after. So it suits my schedule absolutely perfectly as well. So we're flying into two big fights for us now in October, and then straight after that, well, not straight after that, but we have Cage Conflict, and we've got one lad on Cage Conflict, Big Rory, our newest heavyweight addition. He's 1-0. He's very good. To see him kind of make a little tear through the amateur scene now next year. Hopefully go 2-0 on Cage Conflict now, and then after that, then there's the World Championships in Albania. So this is when I take that coaching role. I'll be fighting now next week, and then I'll be looking at kind of coaching, focusing more on coaching throughout the rest of the year, because I probably won't fight again now till early 2024 after this fight. And I'll be going over with the Ireland team as the Irish assistant coach to Kieran Davern with the lads. But we also have 3 lads confirmed on the Irish team, and we're looking to get 2 more added to it. So CMAC will have 5 lads on the Ireland team in Albania in November, hopefully as well. So that'll be kind of running for the end of the year, and everyone is training like super hard and building towards those big events, those big fights coming up. So it's going to be a massive end to 2023, and only going to build on 2024. And that's the vibe in the gym, big time. That we're building this momentum. Always talking about momentum at the moment, and it is building this momentum on behind every fight, every win. You know, I think our records and our win rates like stand for themselves. Like when it comes to on every show, most weekends, Cage Legacy, Your, Virtus, Akuma, they're all in a row there throughout September, late August there, winning consistently on all of them, you know. So we've got a massive momentum building in the gym at the moment, and it's no sign of stopping. At all.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I think as an independent gym, like, you guys really stand out. And obviously, Alex, you make it different as well, being like an active fighter as a head coach as well. So it's great to see you guys. I suppose you punch well above your weight, really, and like you say, like, the win rate speaks for itself. And also, you have such like unique looks to some of your fighters. Like you look at someone like Jordan Bradshaw, and like some of his Thai style is unbelievable to look at. And then you look at the likes of Jake and Guy and Keogh, and like, God only knows what submission they're going to pull out of the bag. You know what I mean? And then you're becoming this little armbar merchant on your pro run. So like it's great to see. You must be super proud, and then obviously run the gym with Debs as well. Like, it really is a family run gym, and it has that family run atmosphere. Do you feel like when you show up to a show, your team feels different to all the other teams?
I think it does, you know, but that's because I'm in the team, I suppose.
Yeah,
of
course.
But I do feel that it's like it's a real insular, like kind of, you know, like that family run kind of family vibe off it. I'm very close. Just like all, I suppose, all just like really up for each other. Like, not that anyone from other teams aren't, but like you know, when the teams are bigger like that, there is going to be cliques. There's going to be groups within the larger groups. Whereas in CMAC, we're just not big enough. Not that we're not big enough. We have a lot of members now, and we're training really hard, and we're there like every night and all. But it's just like we're training with each other all together every night. So there isn't any space to form groups, if you know what I mean, or divisions within the larger CMAC contingency, you know. So we're going as a team always, and you can really feel that team spirit. Like, you know, everyone is there. Like we really are a group of local lads, if you know what I mean. Like no one is coming into from like fighting out CMAC that came over from, you know, never mind another country, but from anywhere outside of like literally Blanche. Like, do you know what I mean? Keith lives about 3 minutes up the road from me. You know, Ross, Jordan up in Tyrrellstown, Ross is in Hartstown. It's all just D15 area, you know. So even that, just like we're nearly like mates first, and then a fight team. Do you know what I mean? So we're, you know, there's a passion there that's like not just true MMA sport. Like, it's like your mates, like you really, really want them to win, you know. And then it hurts more, you know, when you lose and when things don't go well, you know. But that's what makes it so exciting, and makes it so intriguing, and it makes us keep coming back to training every Monday. Like, sure, Ross fought Kieran there on Sunday night, and he was in the gym 10 a.m. Monday morning helping, you know, Koya and me and Keith and the other lads fighting this month prepare. Literally the Monday morning he was up, like, you know, and that's saying something for Ross, because he doesn't get out of bed. He doesn't. It's hard for him to get out of bed. It's one of his weaknesses. But like, literally fought late Sunday night, and he was in the gym 10 a.m. Monday morning. So, that's the kind of dedication that comes from having a team that's proper, like, in your corner. They really do want you to win. John, it means a lot to everyone involved. It means so much to me that how the lads do, and I know it means so much to them how I do. You know, the way. So it's, as long as we're winning, as long as we're doing well, the vibe is amazing. But even when it's not, even there, like Ross picked up a loss. He was fighting quite well against a good guy in Kieran, and got caught. You know, got his guard passed quick and arm strangled. And nonetheless, you know, there's no moping around. Do you know what I mean? It's he's back up straight away, giving us a hand, with our stuff, building for our stuff, and building for himself as well for what's next for him. So yeah, we have that vibe. It's a daily vibe. Is it unique? Well, I'm not sure, because I don't experience the other vibes, but it's a great vibe anyway.
No, it seems unique anyway, and like unique in a good way, and it seems to work for you.
Well, every team has their sort of vibe, you know.
Of course, yeah. Keith, here's the big question. You know, have you and Big Trev squashed the beef, and who's the real heavyweight king of CMAC?
The fella we are, when he shows up to the gym, right? Whenever he shows up to the gym the next time, that's when it's going to be squashed, right? I haven't seen him since 2 weeks? 2 weeks or something like that, right? And this isn't an official call out. This is an official call out to get his fat ass back down to the gym. So whenever he gets his fat ass back down to the gym, we'll squash it, right? Even though he'd probably squash me in a heartbeat, but
we want to sit down pay-per-view.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not pay-per-view. Now, I have a few little videos of me taking his back and all, so that's good enough for now, yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely winning the social media war against him anyway.
Yeah. I think I'm winning in that department, all right, yeah.
Keith, you have to tell us, what was it like watching Alex win last time on Cage Warriors in the Tree Arena? Because, like, seeing you all celebrate together, like, it was a sight to behold.
Yeah, mental. I think, like, it even started, like, kind of from in the back. Like, I didn't obviously want to say, like, he's probably like himself. Like, he doesn't get nervous, really, like, fighting. But when he's coaching, maybe, like, obviously quiet and stuff like that, he was saying, like, he was nervous. But we were like that. Me, Ross, and Jordan were all, like, I was getting the jitters. When he was walking out, we were walking behind him, I was like, oh, shit. Like, you know, you're getting them butterflies, you know, But it was more than butterflies. It was kind of like an early in the back dressing room, warming up for some of your, like, more intense fights. But you get that the whole way out on the walkout when we are sitting down and all kind of in the corner. And I was really getting nervous, but then when the fight kind of kicked off and stuff like that, he threw that first head kick and all. It was like we were nearly settling into the fight when he was settling into it. You know, he threw that head kick, me out like, right, he's in there, you know. And then even when he went down onto his back, we were like there's no bother here. Like, you see him every day in the gym training and stuff like that, so we were like, yeah, like, there's gonna be no bother here. He cut the angle, took the armbar, and honestly, it was a win for the whole club. Like, we were like absolutely going off our rocker. Like, you see a video in the Tree Arena, like, and one of the lads have, and it's like goes up to the big screen, and like Ross like does about 4 laps of the cage trying to get into the place. Like, he's going off, like running off. Jordan's screaming as usual, and then like we had to be told not like calm down. But I think that's going back to like the vibe around the gym, and Alex, well, like what Alex was kind of touching on a bit. It is different. Like, obviously we are saying, obviously what you were saying is we didn't experience other gyms to compare what our vibe was like to them, but whatever it is in our gym, it's something special. Like, so when Alex took that win, it was like, yeah, it was unbelievable. Like, I think like for the whole week, it was just like, it was something that I've never kind of experienced myself, because obviously when you win yourself, it's like at the training, you're like your nuts off and stuff, like you're really like you're buzzing for it. But when he won, it was like, it really was a win for the whole gym. Like, all the lads kind of up in the stands and stuff like that. It was unbelievable.
If one of us goes to war, we all go to war.
Yeah, and then obviously, Keith, like people want to know, are you going to try and outdo Alex's amateur record, or like after this fight, are you going to go pro? What you have lined up?
No, there's not a hope I'm getting toward the amateur fights. There's not a hope. No way. I don't know. Like, I don't really, like, even at that, like, that's something special. Like, that's something special. But I think I'm looking at going pro now. To start to maybe mid next year, I have this fight coming up, and then hopefully another couple of fights, maybe November, start of December, which I'll be able to kind of announce or whatever soon enough. But yeah, I think it'll just be pro kind of March, April is kind of what I'm hoping for, in and around that kind of area. Maybe the summer, like, I'm still young, I'm not rushing stuff, as I kind of always say. Like, I don't want to rush anything, but that pro will be my next fight after this year. It'll be my last couple of fights coming up, leading up to Christmas, and then it'll be all work looking at pro. Like, I don't know how we managed to get 30 fights. Like, that's, being honest, that's mental. Like, it's because he's like medalled every time he's went to the IMF and stuff like that. So it's, that's a crazy record that I don't think I'll be able to get.
Yeah, well, we can't wait to see you, have your last couple of amateur fights and then make our transition to pro. I'm sure, like, obviously, we saw Gary Rooney and Max Lanley make their debuts the weekend, and they were both victorious at pro, and that was electric. And I'm sure it'll be a similar occasion. I'm sure Alex will be getting an absolutely outrageous amount of text saying people won't fight Keogh in his pro debut. I'm sure they'll be ducking like there's no tomorrow. But great to see that you're over on APFC. How did that come about? And tell us this, like, how excited are you to fight on this platform? Because they seem to be making massive waves across the UK and Ireland.
Yeah. It came about. Jendo from Showtime has been on to me recently, and Damien as well. Damien was going on to me from last year. And then I think it must have been the start of the year. Whenever they announced the show, I think Jendo was on to me, and then I was kind of looking at it, going, I want to definitely fight on that. So I've kind of actually had the plan the last few months to fight on APFC. That was kind of like, I was always going to fight on that. I actually thought at the start of the year would have been pro. Obviously, I was inactive, and I probably should have been fighting more than obviously what I have been, because I haven't fought this year. So I thought maybe that could have been my first pro day. That could have been my pro debut. That could have been my first fight at pro, but that obviously didn't work out. So I'm just having the other amateur fight on it, and like, obviously it's a big flat platform. Like, Anthony Pettis, like, UFC champion, the Showtime kick, like, doesn't get really any bigger. Like, I was looking at even that's it. But like, I was looking at even the arena that the show was being held in, the Beck Arena or whatever, and it's massive. Like, it's really big. Like, I probably never even fought somewhere like that. So even just kind of given the chance to fight in somewhere like that. With, like,
did you watch Cage Warriors Manchester?
I didn't. I was training that night.
Oh, you should go back and watch it on Fight Pass, because that was in that arena.
Yeah, I was seeing just the Luke Riley fight.
That was unreal,
which was unbelievable. But actually, one of the lads only mentioned to me yesterday that was in the same place. But yeah, it's just a big opportunity. But like, even at that, like, people always going to say, big opportunity, this and that. It's another fight, lads. It doesn't matter kind of where you're fighting. They're still going to get the same nerves. They're still going to get the same vibe. A fight is a fight. It's an amateur fight as well at that. So I'm just looking to get in there and prove myself. Like, I don't mean that in any other way. Look, I'm buzzing to get this opportunity, but it's very hard to kind of think about the excitement of anything else around other than the fight. And I think if people get bogged down in the details, like, this person's going to be there, it's on this show, they're not thinking about the fight. I'm just thinking about the fight. I'm thinking about going in there, putting on a performance. And at the end of the day, that's the main thing you have to be thinking about. People will get distracted, and I'm trying not to let that distract me. And it's not, because all I'm thinking about is going in there and fighting.
I suppose the opportunity is only good if you get the win, isn't it?
Yeah, well, like that's it. Like other people, like you hear other people like saying, "Oh, buzzing for this show and that show." It's very hard to get excited for that show. Like I'd be at fights sometimes where I'm like, I wish I was in the bleeding crowd looking at me fight. You know what I mean? Like when you have like maybe like some of your mates there and all, and they're all buzzing. You can't feel that excitement. Like and they're all like, I'm there to support you. Like no one else can support you. You're in there fighting on your own. It's only you and your corner team shouting in instructions at you. Like you can't enjoy it. Like I don't mean enjoy the experience because I love fighting, but I mean it's fighting and that's it. Like it's nothing else to it. You're getting in there with like just a different opponent every time. So I think it is kind of hard to like, you know, maybe be like, oh, it's this person's at the show and whatever. I'm getting in there to fight, and that's kind of the main thing. That's what I'm focused on, you know.
Yeah, Baz says that at the local shows. Baz is like, well, we have to do a few interviews in the back. It's like, I'd actually love to just sit out there and watch the fights and not have to do any interviews at times.
Yeah.
Not because we don't want to interview the fighters, because you don't want to miss a piece of the action.
That's it. Like, it looks like a good crack.
Yeah, it is. But you know, what I mean, we have to give the help the fighters and do the interviews afterwards and get that out there as well.
That's the name of the game.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
Alex, obviously you did the walk in Cage Warriors last time. You're doing the walk again in Dublin, over in the RDS. How excited for you, or how excited for this are you? And tell us a bit about the fight. Obviously, you're fighting Bilal Labit. Is that how you say
That's
it?
it.
Yeah, nailed it. Thanks very
2-0
much.
versus 2-0.
Yeah, so 2-0 versus 2-0, but you know, he's never armbarred someone, Alex.
Not that I know of, anyway. Yeah, I can't find too much footage on him. It was hard to match me for this fight. I thought I had a few matches and they fell through earlier in the camp and that kind of thing. No one like seemed to like kind of sign on the dotted line and actually confirm the fight for ages. So that was kind of a little bit anxiety there, trying to make sure I get the opponent. You know, I don't want to miss these opportunities to fight in Dublin. Because it was an absolutely incredible experience, like one of the best experiences of my life so far, without a doubt. Fighting in the Tree Arena for Cage Warriors and winning, it was just absolutely, you know, outstanding. As you can imagine, as you touched on earlier, it was such an incredible experience. And it's like Keith is saying, like, you know, I'm not going in here thinking, oh, like, I wonder who'll be at this show, or will people like think I'm even cooler if I be.
Or will you get to enjoy his glasses afterwards?
Yeah, you know, that's
Post-fight interview, man.
That's all I'm thinking about is your post-fight interview. But no, in all seriousness, it's like that. It's just you're going in there. I think Gary Rooney was talking about it in an interview recently, like being in the positions and being actually like present there and thinking like, what's the best thing for me to do right now in this position to improve my chances to win this fight. You know, you're not thinking about anything else. I don't want to be thinking about what's outside the cage, what's happening. I'm literally thinking I'm just locked in on my opponent. I don't know if you notice, I'm sure loads of fighters do, but we have a very big thing of just being focused on their opponent. Like as soon as the fight begins, you don't take your eyes off them. You're not thinking like, oh, my bird is in the cage, outside the cage watching me, I better look good. No, I better do this particular technique. No, none of that. Like you're literally just looking at your opponent, looking at them breathe, looking at them tired, looking at them like seeing any cracks in their armor. Maybe there is no cracks. You're just imagining it. You're just making yourself hyped. You're just making yourself focused. Literally every little movement can help you. You know, especially as you get good, as you get better, as you're fighting better opponents. Subtle movements and subtle reactions are what sells techniques and sells attacks, and that's what you're trying to pick up on and look for your own thing. So really, like, you're just trying to close out everything else around it. So like Keith's saying there as well, like it's absolutely a great opportunity to fight on Anthony Pettis' show, and it's going to be absolutely animal for me to fight in Cage Warriors in Dublin again in the RDS. As soon as the fight's over, then my life like restarts. Up until then, I can't see anything past Bilal in 2 weeks' time, Saturday night in the RDS.
Yeah,
you know,
just make sure to jump on top of the cage after, and Ross will show you a 4-star stout.
Yeah, absolutely. That all just comes. But that all comes naturally. Like you feel that in there.
Yeah.
You just do it naturally. And so don't get me wrong, I'm super excited to fight in Cage Warriors. Super excited. It's going to be an incredible experience, win or lose, you know. But for me, it doesn't really matter the platform I'm fighting on. It matters the opponent. It matters how I am mentally, how I am physically going into that fight, because that's what people remember. That's like, you're only as good as your last fight.
Yeah, recency bias is definitely real, and it's very much what have you done for me lately sport. So look, it's great to have the two of you on. It's great to get that sort of in-depth info from how you guys done. Keith had enough of us. He said he's
Recency bias in the bounce.
yeah. He's I think Trev entered into his room after
Yeah,
the
he
trash
must have.
talk
He
there.
must have.
So that's the
That was
crack.
Trev
but-
outside barking, was it?
But sure, look, Alex, you've been there and done it on the world stage before, and I've no doubt you'll get the job done come
Sorry about that, lads.
October 14th. Don't worry, Keith. We thought Trev was knocking at your door. By the way, shout out to Trev. By the way, he's actually he's an absolute character. That man can sell a fight as well. He's an absolute.
And
legend.
best skill of Jake and Guy as well, fighting
Yeah.
on APFC as well, obviously.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
very excited to see him as well because that man's a phenom. So we're buzzing
He's
to see
an
it.
animal.
Yeah, he is.
He's a beast.
He is. We absolutely love it. But guys, thanks a million for joining us. Anything else to say before we let you go?
Not much.
No, that's
You'll
good.
see
Ready to rock.
Ready
You-
to rock, yeah.
You up the CMAC. Guys, for anyone at home
God
watching,
bless.
make sure to like, share, subscribe, and as always, stay
Stay
energized.
energized.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you've done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.